So it's now been 1 week since we started the investigation into Roblox hacker ExplorerElizabeth, and unfortunately for Roblox, the clock continues to tick down. 11 days left. Now, up until now, we've been trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen on July 1st. And well, today, I believe we may have just figured that out. So if you missed yesterday's live stream, the stream started off like any other. Our plan was to continue our investigation into the Roblox hackers ExplorerElizabeth and her accomplice, Unseen Bones. We were all pretty excited too because we had just solved one of the previous clues. Of course, I'm talking about the Morse code puzzle that I mentioned in yesterday's video. Basically, over the past few days, we've all been trying to figure out what the secret Morse code stood for. And well, luckily you guys figured out that the Morse code actually hinted at a secret button in the game of Unseen Bones, hidden somewhere inside this forest. We started up the live stream, we hopped in the game, we started exploring, looking for this button, and that's when Unseen Bones and ExplorerElizabeth actually DM'd me. They messaged me on stream and told me to join their brand new game called The Office. Now, of course, I joined on in, why wouldn't I? And that's when things started to get weird. I joined in and there was just a guy right there, just staring at me right in the face. And then I walked into this giant office room. I sat down at a table and literally every single person was there. ExplorerElizabeth was there. Unseen Bones was there. All of her minions were there. Literally every single account. Now, ExplorerElizabeth actually said that today was a special day for two big reasons. Number one was, well, that it was Father's Day, and if you guys don't remember, Unseen Bones is actually a dad. His son is actually part of this story. And well, for the second reason, she told us we would just find out later. Anyway, I asked Mr. Unseen Bones about a hint as to where the button was inside the forest. I mean, we knew there was a button there. We solved the Morse code. We just didn't really know where it was. So I asked him for a hint and he said, look behind you. And then every single one of those accounts just left the game, just leaving us there in empty darkness. So naturally, all of us hopped into his forest game. Honestly, I really felt like this was it. Like we were right at the edge of figuring out this entire storyline. We figured out the Morse code. We rescued Tubers 93. We found the bone and the key. All we had to do now was find the button that was hidden somewhere in this forest. But unfortunately for us, minutes turned into more minutes, and before long, an hour had actually passed by. We just couldn't figure out where this button was. I even asked Unseen Bones for a hint, but he just wouldn't tell us. He said it had something to do with a ladder or something. And that's when some of you guys in the chat actually mentioned seeing something new inside one of his other games. I'm sure you guys remember this house here. This is actually Unseen Bones' old house. Someone broke into his house, and then him and his son had to move. That's part of the storyline that's going on. We took a look around the house, inside and out. We didn't really find anything new, though. That's when one of you guys said something in the chat. Freecraft, you need to go up to the wall and say April 30. Yeah, like literally the month and 30, like April 30th. And that's what I did. And the wall literally opened. The edge of the map opened up to reveal a door and a secret room. We went in the room and we saw messages all over the walls saying that someone was coming for Unseen Bones' family. And then right there on the ground was Unseen Bones' son. Yeah, that's him right there, dead. Son's bones laying in blood. If you guys missed the stream, basically Unseen Bones said that his son had been missing since our last live stream. He had disappeared. He went off somewhere. And well, it turns out we found him. Honestly, none of us was expecting this to happen. This was a big plot twist in the storyline. I mean, especially considering it was Father's Day. Like, do I tell him? Do I tell Unseen Bones? And well, we decided to tell him. I sent him a few Roblox messages back and forth telling him that we found his son. His son was actually at his old house right there in the woods. Someone had, well, taken him out. And that's actually when ExplorerElizabeth messaged me too. She asked if everything was all right, which I thought was kind of weird timing, and actually asked you guys in the live stream chat, should we tell ExplorerElizabeth what's going on? You guys voted yes, so we let her know, but we did it in a very specific way. We told ExplorerElizabeth that we found Unseen Bones' son, because again, he had been missing for a few days. We didn't say he was dead, we just said we found him. And that's when ExplorerElizabeth asked who killed him. And at that point, we knew either ExplorerElizabeth had to have done it herself, or she knew the person who did it, because how else would she know? We didn't say anything about him being dead. We just said we found him, but she already knew. So we actually asked Unseen Bones if he told ExplorerElizabeth about his son, and he said no, he has not. That was the plot twist right there. ExplorerElizabeth said that she is coming for Unseen Bones. Her and all of her minions are out to get him and his family. This means that it was ExplorerElizabeth who broke into his house and stole an object. I actually don't know what that object is yet. It was ExplorerElizabeth that betrayed her friend and also oofed the sun. Unseen Bones said that he's gonna go into hiding over the next few days. Elizabeth went offline, and that's where things leave off. So whatever this countdown is, it has something to do with Unseen Bones. Apparently he's in hiding right now. Elizabeth and her minions are after him, and unfortunately that's where our story ends for now. Kind of the big plot twist. Wasn't expecting. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed. I'm gonna let you guys know when Unseen Bones messages me again, or I guess Elizabeth. I have a feeling this next week's probably gonna be pretty crazy.